like even with the Lena Dunham story where, just to summarize, you were making some videos about the show Girls, and then unbeknownst to you, you wound up
I
at
ended up at dinner with her.
sitting next to Lena, but then also letting her know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's another thing I think, where I know that people say things online that they would never say in person.
Yeah.
And here I had an opportunity where I said, well, I have a chance to say some of the things I've said online about you in person. But I also have to acknowledge that I've said some stuff about you online that I don't really feel very good about. And unfortunately, not everybody has the opportunity to sit face to face with somebody that they have trashed or said nasty things about. But I think we have to try and put ourselves in that person's shoes and say that does not excuse the ignorant or hurtful things that you've said or done, but we should not lower our own moral standards in order to call someone out. And I think if you think about it in the context of not just that person, but who else is listening?
Yeah.
Right? If I'm saying nasty things about your appearance, who else in our circle is hearing those things and maybe feeling self-conscious about their own appearance, right?
Yes.
And they didn't do anything wrong, but we don't live in a vacuum. So when I say these things, you are not the only person that is being affected by them. And our words have a lot of power. And I think I oftentimes forget that. And especially when you're on social media, it's like you have this giant megaphone and everybody is piling on this one person and they don't realize how many other people are hearing that conversation and saying, oh, well, I'm never going to talk about that ever because everyone's going to call me ugly, or they're going to say my husband looks like this, or I shouldn't wear these kinds of clothes, or I don't have this kind of job, or whatever it is. And none of those things, in my experience, have anything to do with, someone's moral fiber or their character. That's all extraneous stuff that oftentimes we don't actually have control over.